Dear children, now we are going to see the third lesson, new lesson, coordinate geometry. You know how to draw a number line. To draw a number line, first we draw a line. Choose any point of this line, associate any point of this line with the 0 or mark 0 for to represent any point of the line. Don't think that this point we choose for 0 is always the midpoint of the line. Don't think like that, because a line has, we cannot find the midpoint of a line. Because both sides the line extends, there is no ending, no end point we can find for a line. But for a line segment, we have two endpoints for a line segment. So we can find the midpoint of a line segment. Don't think that 0 is the midpoint of this line. But any point of this line, we can associate 0, or we can represent any point of this line by 0. And towards the right, 1 unit towards the right, unit 1. 2 units, same, uniform units. Then towards the right, we mark negative integers. From 0 towards the right, positive. 1, 2, 3. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, etc. In between 0 and 1, we have many numbers. Not integers, but fractions. So, this is a number line. This number line is a horizontal line. Horizontal line. So we can represent these numbers on a vertical line also in this way. Choose any point of this line for 0. Then upwards we mark positive integers, downwards from 0. If this point represents 0, then towards upwards positive 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, like that. Downwards from 0 downwards negative integers, from 0 upwards positive integers. Now this line is the vertical line. So this is a number line which is horizontal. This is also a number line which is vertical. And let us consider these mutually perpendicular lines. This vertical line passing through the 0, and this 0 of the vertical line coincides with the 0 of the horizontal line. That means we can draw this vertical line through 0 of the horizontal line, and the common point for both of the lines is 0. And here 0, then upwards positive, downwards negative. 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, etc. Horizontal line, vertical line. The common point for both of the lines is 0. They coincide. Horizontal line and vertical line coincide at 0. Now, this common point is called origin. This common point is called origin. We can mark the horizontal line, name the horizontal line as x dash. Vertical line y dash. Negative side x dash. So on the vertical line, negative side y dash. The common point is called origin. This is the point origin, where both x on the horizontal line 0, vertical line 0. Now this mutually perpendicular lines, horizontal line and vertical line, divides the plane into 4 parts. First part, second part, third part, fourth part. We count the parts of the plane which is divided by 2 mutually perpendicular lines, horizontal line and vertical line, into 4 parts. And we count these 4 parts from right to left, that is in the anti-clockwise direction. Clockwise direction from left to right, anti-clockwise from right to left, in this way. So first portion is called first portion, second portion, third portion, fourth portion. Divisions. Here each of these portions is called a quadrant. Here this is second quadrant. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Now from 0 towards, and we can represent the origin. Origin is also denoted by O, letter O. Origin O. 0 for both. So this origin is represented by O. Then consider these quadrants. This first quadrant is made up of OX and OY. First quadrant. Here, the part of the horizontal line OX is called positive direction. Positive direction of x dash. Positive direction of x dash. OX dash, this part is called negative direction. Direction of x dash, negative direction. OX dash, negative direction. Here x dash. Similarly, OY is the positive direction of the y axis. Positive direction of y dash, and OY is the negative direction of y dash. Now the line x dash is generally called x axis. X dash, the horizontal line, is called x axis. Similarly, y dash is called y axis. Y dash, that is vertical axis, y dash, horizontal axis, x dash. These axes, the singular axis, plural axis, x axis and y axis, x axis and y axis together are called coordinate axis. Coordinate axis or xy axis. Coordinate axis or xy axis. Now OX is the positive direction of the x axis and OX dash is the negative direction of the x-axis. OY is the positive direction of the y-axis and OY dash is the negative direction of the y-axis. Now let us see here. Now what is O? O is the origin of the coordinate axis, x-axis and y-axis. O x dash is the x-axis, x-axis. Y dash is the y-axis. OX is the positive direction of the x-axis. OX dash negative direction of the x-axis. OY positive direction of the y-axis. OY dash negative direction of the x. Now first quadrant. This is called the first quadrant. Second quadrant. Third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Now let us find the properties of each quadrant. How can you find the position of a point on a quadrant? Choose this point. Choose this point P. How will you find the position of P? How will you represent the position of P on the plane? We can find the position of P in this manner. To reach P, we first start from O. Then take the distance from O to the perpendicular distance to the x-axis from P. What is the perpendicular distance from x-axis to from P to x-axis? 3 units. That is 3 units distance from 0 origin to 3 units. This is the distance from origin to P through the x-axis. And now what is this distance? This distance is the foot of the perpendicular from the y-axis or P to the y-axis. What is that distance? Foot of the perpendicular 1 unit. That is distance from y-axis to P is 3 units and distance from x-axis to P is 3 units. And we mark this as a pair of numbers. First we represent right x-axis. Distance on the x-axis. Distance on the x-axis is called x-coordinate. X-coordinate. Now then distance from y-axis to the point. Distance from the y-axis to the point is 3 units, x-coordinate. And now from x-axis to the point is the distance on the y-axis. What is the distance on the y-axis? This distance is equal to this 0 to 1 unit. Second number in the pair, first number x coordinate, second number y coordinate. So to represent a point on the plane, let's say in the first quadrant, we use two numbers, a pair of numbers. P, the position of P is pair of numbers 3, 1. What is 3? 3 is called the x coordinate. What is x coordinate? Distance of point P from the y-axis. Distance of point P from the y-axis. It is the distance on the x-axis. This distance is on the x-axis. From y-axis to the point we take the distance on the x-axis. And what is one distance of the point P from the x-axis? From the x-axis. This is the distance marked on y-axis. Then in this way we can represent a point on the plane by a pair of numbers. We must write the distance on the x-axis as first number and the distance on the y-axis as second number. And the distance on the x-axis is called x coordinate, and the distance on the y-axis is called y coordinate. X-axis is also called abscissa, x coordinate, abscissa, x coordinate. Another name of x coordinate is abscissa. Another name of y coordinate is ordinate. Ordinate. So, what are the abscissa and the ordinate of P? 3 and 1. 3 and 1. Now, here 3. 3 means positive. Positive 3. 1 means positive 1. That is here distance. Distance. So, P, the position of P is represented by a pair of numbers 3 and 1. 3 is the x coordinate or abscissa. 1 is the y coordinate or ordinate. Ordinate. That means in the first quadrant, x coordinate and y coordinate both are positive. Positive, positive. In this way, what are the signs on in the second quadrant? X coordinate is negative, y coordinate is positive, upwards positive. In the third, both negative. X coordinate, that is abscissa. X coordinate negative, y coordinate negative numbers. We represent a point in the third quadrant by two negative integers. The first number x coordinate will be a negative number, y coordinate will be a negative number. But remember that the distance is always taken as its magnitude. Minus 3 means distance 3 unit, but the direction minus 3. And in the fourth quadrant, x coordinate positive, y coordinate negative. These are the characteristics of the quadrants. First quadrant, both x coordinate and y coordinate are positive. In the second quadrant, x coordinate negative, y coordinate positive. In the third quadrant, x coordinate, both x and y are negative. In the fourth quadrant, x coordinate positive, y coordinate negative. So, to mark the points on the plane, we use this technique. That is, first we take the distance of the point from the y-axis. Distance from the y-axis meaning, distance from the y-axis means the distance on the x-axis. The distance on the x-axis. Distance from the y-axis to the point, distance on the x-axis. Distance from the x-axis to the point, distance on the y-axis. Now, what are the important characteristics of this representation? This plane is called Cartesian plane. That is the plane on which we draw x-axis and y-axis. A plane which is divided into 4 quadrants by 2 mutually perpendicular lines. Such a plane is called Cartesian plane. Cartesian plane. How this got the name Cartesian plane? This is suggested by the famous mathematician René Descartes. From his name, this plane got the name Cartesian plane. So, in a Cartesian plane, we have 2 mutually perpendicular lines. Their common point is origin. And on the plane, we represent the position of a point using 2 numbers, a pair of numbers, x coordinate and y coordinate. X coordinate and y coordinate. And we write the first number is always the number on the x-axis, and the second number is always the number on the y-axis. So, number on the x-axis, we take the number on the distance from the x-axis, or number from the x-axis is called the x coordinate, and the y-axis y coordinate. The Cartesian plane is also called the XY plane. XY plane or coordinate plane or XY plane. Cartesian plane or coordinate plane or XY plane. If we mark a time and a distance, we can mark a time and a distance in the graph. If we consider time on the x-axis and speed on the y-axis, then we can say that it is the time speed plane. Time speed plane. In that way, we can if we take time and distance, then TD plane, time and distance plane. We can call it as time and distance plane, like that. Now, read textbook pages 51 to 60. Draw the figures 3.8, 3.9, 3.10, 3.13 in your study book. And do and study examples 1 and 2. Also do exercise 3.2 of pages 60 and 61. Questions 1 and 2, all sub questions. Thank you.